Hey, my gang, my sister readers. I can't just say sister readers, so I'll say my gang, my crew, my LB Universe residents. Hey, this is my video for my final thoughts of my new series, the Sadiq series. It's my first series that the word love is nowhere to be found, even in the titles or the series title, which is strange, but I don't know. That's how it all comes to me. These things are just organic. The way that information shoots to me. I do very little work. The most work I do in terms of my writing is actually sitting down and recording. That's the labor. The concepts and the clients, they're natural. They live with me. Well, anyway, I wrote down a list of, just so I can keep it short, don't have to be as long-winded as I tend to be. I want to say, for those of you who follow me, because there's not a whole lot of you who follow me, but as we rolled out promo season, I've been hearing questions about Tori. Like, what happened to Tori? What happened to Tori McNabb's story? Tori McNabb is still a client of mine. Her story is still developing, and yes, she was supposed to be this fall, 2-book series. However, back in July, I want to say, I had this couple just really push their way in my office door, and they didn't leave, and they competed with Tori. And I remember telling CCJ, I think I met them before I was done with Love's an Eligible Receiver. Which always happens. I always get new clients to visit me when I don't have the time, because I'm wrapping up, my current clients. And I was saying, okay, cool, you're there. You seem to be okay. I hear your story. You're fine, but I have another couple in front of me. I have other clients in front of me. But they kept talking, very similar to Zoe and Stanton with Waiting to Breathe. They kept talking. They spoke louder than Tori and her counterpart. So I said to CCJ, after Behind the Pen is done, if they keep talking like this, I'm going to have to put Tori and her counterpart, on the back burner, put them back on the workstation, and, go with this new couple. And poor CCJ had to hear so many details about them. And I just grew so excited, I always say this is new for me, but this is honestly new for me. I never lie when I say it's new for me, but this is new to me. The type of project that I'm taking on, the subject matter that I'm taking on. This is not too much of a departure from what I've done, but certainly much more suspenseful and has a heavy urban element. So before I get into Sadiq and Belvin, I want to tell you there won't be an early release. We are working hard at removing the errors. I heard all of the feedback and the complaints about the errors in Love's an Eligible Receiver, and I accept full responsibility for it. I've obviously, I thought, my team and I got all of them, because we did work hard. We had a shift in our editing team for Love's an Eligible Receiver. And then we have another shift happening now. So we are really working. I got even my researcher. We are working, my beta readers, well, they typically do turn in edits and stuff, but still, we're really working hard to clean this manuscript for you. So thank you for your patience with us. And again, I accept full responsibility. I have a pet peeve about errors in my books, believe it or not. That's why I fight so hard. Previously, I was like, it ain't that many. Prove it. and with Love's an Eligible Receiver, I do accept responsibility for that. So it is now with the proofreader. We changed up our process this time, and we're actually going to change it up again for the next book, just until we can perfect this thing, because that is really a passion of mine, just killing those errors. But anyway, it is now with the proofreader. It'll be with the proofreader until the end of the weekend. And I've been checking on it, like, you see a lot? And she said, not a lot, but I'm getting it. I'm on my first read. So we're working on it. But no early release because of that. We want to make sure this manuscript is clean as we can. I look for perfection. I just haven't gotten it yet, but I'm striving for it. Also, it's my birthday gift to myself. This Sadiq book 1, He Who Is a Friend, is a birthday gift to myself. I don't know why over the last couple of years I've been wanting birthday releases, but I had one last year. I had one last year, yep, and I'm gonna It's my goal to have another one this year. So, Sadiq, how did I meet Sadiq? I met Sadiq because I watched an interview. You guys know I'm always talking about these Breakfast Club interviews, but I watched an interview, and maybe at another time I'll talk about more if you're interested about who, specifically who the interview was about. But if you've seen the interview and you listen to what I'm about to say, you can probably figure out who it is. And I don't really care about it being a secret because I did not steal this story. But in listening to a particular interviewee's story about being a former drug dealer, and he currently has a son. It's an older man that was being interviewed, and he has a son. Son could be younger than me. I mean, son could be, I don't even know. I don't follow either one. But the son is a millennial. He's probably in his late 20s, early 30s, and he's connected to. It's important for me to say this because while these are not attributes, if you will, of Sadiq, but just a light bulb went off when I realized this OG had a son that was so young, and the son is in the business, the secondary business the OG took on, which is the music industry. Now, there's no music industry in the series because, again, I want to make clear, I don't take storylines from people's real lives. I really don't. But in listening to his story, I got inspired. So it started, honestly, with meeting his father, Sadiq's father, Earl Ellis. And Sadiq is not the oldest child. He's not even the only, he's not the only child. He's not the oldest child. He's the second. He's in the middle. He's the middle baby. And Sadiq is an alpha man. He's so alpha that his father, who's an alpha, his father is a current kingpin, the richest black, a criminal, the richest, the most wealthiest black criminal in the state of New Jersey, and he's had a long reign. His primary business is drugs. He's a drug kingpin, is who Sadiq's father is. And while Sadiq is not, Sadiq grew up with that lifestyle. Sadiq is definitely his own legitimate man with legitimate businesses that doesn't blend with his father, but his father wants him to come and take over his business, right? And Sadiq doesn't want anything to do with it. He really doesn't. The gotcha is Sadiq is mentally built for it. He's such a bright, man. And Sadiq is not young. Sadiq is not a millennial. He just missed the cutoff for it because I just wrote about a young 20-something-year-old, and I needed someone a little more mature. So, just that framework of that conflict, the father who's been in the business for about 30, 40 years or more, and he has his son that took a different path than him, and his son is not a baby either. His son is not a spring chicken, and there's this tight family structure. Oh my God. The Ellises are a tight family. They don't live together. The parents obviously do, but like Sadiq and his older sibling, they don't live at home, but they're so tight. They make it a point to have dinner at, the parents' compound several times a week. That's how tight they are as a family. So there are rules to this family, and there's a lot of drama to this family. So obviously Sadiq was paired with a woman that is nothing of his world, that knows nothing about it, has no experience with it, but there is a connector, a huge connector. So I want to make clear, this is an alpha male. You know how you guys, especially people who are new to the LB universe, I know how you respond to my alpha men. He's definitely top 3. We have our Asmir, we have our Ezra, however you want to rank them against each other, that's subjective, that's you. But Sadiq will definitely be in the top 3 of my alpha men. I needed another alpha man, and I didn't rush it. I knew I love alpha men, so I knew it was coming. I just wanted to wait on him, and this is my alpha. So if you have a weak stomach for alphas, there you are. And also there's a heavy urban element, which is why Eurubia loves it, because she loves that hood stuff, my sister. But there's an urban element to it, and it's probably, I don't believe I've been this urban. It's typically an urban element to all of my books, though I'm not an urban writer and I don't write urban stories. But this is probably as much as Love's Improbable Possibility, or a little more, because when we met Asmir was just coming out of his drug reign, right? Whereas Sadiq's father is still reigning. He's an older man. He wants to come out of his business. He has a son. His oldest son wants to support him. His oldest son would love to take over the business, but he has his second child who actually has the stomach and the brains for it. But the second child don't want anything to do with it. So there's a lot of conflict going on. So it's very suspenseful. I'm telling you now, it does end on a cliffhanger. Book 2 will probably end on a cliffhanger. It's a 3-book project. If you want to wait until it's all complete, I have no qualms with that at all. That is between a reader and his or her books. But it is what it is. I never apologize for my books. I never apologize for how I end my books. It's my art. I do what I want to do with it. And I know how I want to roll it out and how I want to present it to you. So wanted to tell you that you will have loads of questions at the end of the book. Obviously because it's a series, but more than that, it's because it's suspenseful. So there are some things that are set up in book 1 that probably won't be answered until the finale, book 3. Let me quickly tell you. I started book 2. It is my hope to have book 2 to you by February. I am not promising that. It is just a personal goal of mine. I want to roll this series out very quickly, but I'm learning because of the editing. And it's not anyone's fault. It's actually the way I write. It's because of the way that I record. I'm going to challenge myself to do something different, but if I do something different, it's going to slow me down. But something has to change because this editing has to get better, right? So, I'm gonna roll right into it. I started writing book 2. I put book 2 down because I had to go back and polish and clean, He Who Is a Friend, book 1. But by the end of the weekend, I'll be back at it, and just wish me luck with it. I just want to shout out 365 Photography. I've been over the moon. I was already in love with this series. Already in love with my clients. I'm always in love with my clients. I never take on a client that I'm mediocre or have an indifference to. I love all of my clients, but I was really happy about this newness that I feel like I'm taking on with Sadiq and Belvin. So I was so excited. So for 365 Photography to come in. And we've been through a lot of photographers. We've been grinding. Your girl has been on her grind. It's not just me. I have people who have been working with me. I guarantee you, they're all sick of me right now. My assistant, my editors, my researcher. Oh my God, I know they're all sick of me right now, but it's worth it because I have a vision, and we gotta be. I want to walk into my greatness, and I need their help to get there. So I'm not a passive, writer. I don't just stay home and just write, and whatever comes out, it just comes out because I'm indie. No. This is my legacy. So I go really hard, and I don't mind, but I'm so excited to have 365 come aboard. And they made this baby their own. I love working with vendors who do that. They made this baby their own. It was something new to both of them. I gave them a lot of information. You guys know I'm long-winded and with writing, long-winded with words, verbally, everything. So they took it, they ate it up, and Brooklyn Hughes, it just has this eye for, and this is not all he does. This is his first time doing a photo shoot for a novel. It's his first time doing it. But when I tell you, he and his wife, the makeup artist, they tore it up. And then the models, oh my God, Quentin and Brittany, like the chemistry that they brought along with it, it was honestly comical the day of the shoot for me. And I was not there at the shoot, but I was getting videos and feedback, and it was like comical. But then after a while, it blends. So this chemistry to me is something in my spirit. It just disrupts my spirit. It's just like this is going to be huge, and I pray that you guys are rolling with me on this. You typically do, but sometimes I talk to CCJ all the time. Sometimes it's not that first wave of your followers that takes to the current project. It's the second or third wave. So people who have not met my work yet, they probably won't hear about me until the middle of 2019 or the end of 2019. And they're going to friggin' love the Sadiq series, where my current ones, they're like, he's too much of an asshole. He's too much of an alpha, or she's too whiny for me. You know how you guys get at me about my clients, but just be patient with me. I'm really excited about this level of creativity that I feel like I was met with this project. Reviews. Again, this is a birthday gift to myself, rolling out this project, this new series. For my gift, I honestly would appreciate if you guys, even with the frustrations from Amazon not posting them, try Amazon and also do Goodreads. Just paste the same review that you did for Amazon. Don't delete it. You know, put it right into Goodreads. Goodreads is not as rigid or doesn't have a faulty filter as Amazon does. I still don't know what's going on with Amazon. They're still penalizing authors like me. And because you guys can see by the number of reviews that I get, sometimes I wonder if it's you guys that are not holding me down, because there is a benefit that I get when you leave reviews. And they don't always have to be perfect. I learned with Loves and Eligible Receive, even though I knew before then. You guys enjoyed the story, you just didn't like the presentation of it. I need to hear those things. My team needs to hear those type of things, because we put money into presenting this stuff to you. So we want to share with our vendors what you guys are thinking. So please, just don't be mean. I just want you to be honest. I'm not the author that's going to say, write me 5-star reviews. First of all, I can't, even if I wanted to, because that's illegal in the world of Amazon. But that's not even what I want. I want to know what you think. I want to know if we're evolving together, or if you're trusting me. You know what I mean? And your opinion for book 1 may not be the same as it is for book 3. You know, but I'm just saying, remember, I'm a journey author. I write tales for journeys. I don't do quick love stories. I don't do insta love stories, even though Sadiq did fall head over heels for old girl real quick. But I don't do that. I take journeys, and I deal with flawed people. I don't deal with perfect people at all. I don't even deal with like one person being perfect and the other person, you know, being flawed. You know, my clients come to me because they need help. You understand what I'm saying? So when I present them to you guys in book 1, I remember even with Ezra, you guys went, as my cousin Cherie would say, y'all were on tour. Who is this guy? He's crazy. I don't like him. And then you took the journey with him, and Ezra is one of my most popular clients to date. So I'm just asking for that same grace. I'm going to end this here because it's a lot longer than I wanted it to be. But I want to say thank you so much for the excitement you guys give me, the support you guys give me. Every time you hit a like, I feel it. Every time you make a comment, I feel it. I thank you guys so much, whether you follow me on my blog or you follow me on my mailing list or Facebook. I'm whack on Twitter, but I am on Twitter. Instagram, I love Instagram. My personality is even different on Instagram. But I'm love Belvin everywhere. You know, I would love to hear feedback from you guys. And I just appreciate you, and I thank God for the position I'm in to share a gift He gave me with other people who can connect with it. So I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful, but don't forget my birthday gift from you guys. I want to hear what you think about it. I want to hear your honest thoughts about it. It doesn't have to be too long. It doesn't have to be so short. It's however you want to express it. Just don't be mean, okay? You know, I'm not that sensitive, but I definitely, I do, I consider it all. Okay? So thank you, and show some love to my photographer, 365 Photography. I want to, and his wife, Kadeen, Fierce Faces, and for Q Williams, Quentin Williams, and Brittany April. I really want to show them some love. They took a chance on me, and I want to show them what we're about in this literary genre. And once you belong to us, and we can connect you with a character we fall in love with, we're going to support you in all your endeavors. So shout out to them. Shout out to you. Thank you. And this is it. Chat with you guys on the other side.